Major artificial intelligence companies are currently facing a massive wave of copyright litigation. Authors and publishers are suing because these systems were trained on shadow libraries, vast unauthorized databases containing millions of pirated books. These stakes are currently being litigated in Bart's v. Anthropic. This class action lawsuit involves writers demanding compensation for their work being ingested into AI models, with a critical settlement deadline approaching on March 30th. Lars Gustafsson fits the specific criteria of a high-stakes legal victim. He was a brilliant Swedish intellectual, a celebrated novelist, and a respected voice in international literature. He spent decades as a professor at the University of Texas at Austin. His life was defined by the meticulous craft of literature and a deep commitment to philosophical inquiry. After his death, his life's work was swept up into a pirate database used to train Anthropic's AI model, Claude. From a legal standpoint, his estate is now entitled to a settlement check for the unauthorized use of his intellectual property. However, a specific paradox complicates this lawsuit. Treating Gustafsson as a victim of digital piracy contradicts the philosophy he championed while alive. He likely would have viewed the mass distribution of his work as a victory for his ideas. In May 2009, Gustafsson published a manifesto in the newspaper Expressen declaring his support for the Swedish Pirate Party. This political movement sought to decriminalize file sharing and radically reform copyright law. He argued that the internet provided a technology-born and therefore liberated liberalism. When other authors complained that piracy threatened their profits, Gustafsson dismissed their concerns, prioritizing the free flow of ideas over the accumulation of royalties. Gustafsson's logic was rooted in a specific piece of 20th century theory, Walter Benjamin's 1935 essay on mechanical reproduction. Gustafsson applied Benjamin's 1930s concepts to 21st century digital piracy. He viewed the internet as a mechanism for human liberation, seeing the shared digital commons as a tool for the mass distribution of knowledge. This diagram illustrates Benjamin's concept of the aura, the untouchable presence of an original artwork, preserved by elite tradition. But technologies like the printing press shatter that aura, reproducing the object millions of times. Benjamin saw this plurality of copies as a democratizing force. This shift took art away from the ritual of the gallery and placed it before the distracted, everyday masses in the movie theater. Gustafsson believed digital piracy was the ultimate extension of this theory. By removing the cost and physical barriers to knowledge, the internet turned every book and idea into a shared human resource. Large language models, the algorithms behind AI systems, represent the most expansive stage of mechanical reproduction to date. This diagram shows how AI systems differ from the printing press. Instead of just copying text, they ingest and map the relationship between human ideas, creating a mathematical network of thought. Gustafsson spent his life using literature to explore the boundaries of human consciousness. Now, Anthropic's Claude is attempting to analyze those same boundaries through massive statistical modeling. Reducing a philosopher's presence in a neural network to a small settlement check neglects his true intellectual legacy. The unauthorized ingestion of his books acts as a digital resurrection. It ensures his specific logic is embedded within the core of a new global intelligence. This suggests a new direction for the relationship between creators and technology. When AI companies move past treating authors as raw training data and begin treating them as vital collaborators, they can align machine learning with human philosophy.